exit the live. I don't want to trigger anybody. So if anybody's, I'd like you to leave the live, please, and come back in about 20 minutes, because this is bad. And I'll just give you a minute. Trigger warnings up? Yeah.
The comments are affected, I know. What the hell?
Yeah, get taken by force, all of the cults. I hope it all happens to all of the cults. Get raped, cult.
You see, Angie has a laugh there. The cult deserve better. And I'm not going to sit here screaming and shouting because we know who this person is, but let me take you all back to a time where Corey questioned Angie's essay. Yeah? Corey questioned Angie's, what had happened to Angie. And Angie was on camera, thank you Sally, Angie was on camera crying. So, because Corey asked you for receipts and said he didn't believe your story, you came on camera crying and the whole cult went against him. Let's fast forward to what this lady that you're battling, let's fast forward to what she said, 6 months later?
The comments are affected, I know. What the hell?
Yeah, get taken by force, all of the cults. I hope it all happens to all of the cults. Get raped, cult.
Oh my god, everyone's gone crazy over here.
So let's talk about double standards on this app. Let's talk about double standards, right? So I've seen a lot of comments of people wanting me to go against Corey because what he said about Coakley. Not going to happen. When you start calling your friends out for their disgusting behaviour on what they're saying, how many people in the cult, I'm going to speak directly to the cult now. The cult, there are some decent people in the cult. There's no decent people in the evil army, but in the cult, you deserve better than this. It's not funny. It's not funny. Yous are expecting me to call Corey out. Didn't come out of my mouth for what he said about Sophie Bailey. But yet Sophie sits with this woman. Sophie bigs up this woman. Sophie called me, said that I deserve to be on a register, and called me basically pedo. Basically, you want me to stick up. Now, any survivors that were affected by Corey's comments, I apologise. Okay, that was not his intention. He was aiming it at Sophie Bailey, but I understand how it looked, that it triggered you, and I apologise for that. But that wasn't me that said it. You got issue, you take that up with Corey. But let me tell you something right now. Yous have all got issues with what Corey said. Can we bear in mind Sophie Bailey bigs up this woman and stands by this woman? Can we bear in mind, yeah? Can we also bear in mind that Sophie was bigging up and in the box with Zach the Brat? Wouldn't call out Zach the Brat when Zach the Brat said that some DV victims deserve a smack in the mouth. They deserve it. But you're all hell-bent on me calling out Corey. I will not be calling out Corey. If you've got an issue with Corey, you go to Corey's live and you tell Corey. Okay? You tell Corey. She also brought up Corey's upbringing and Corey's trauma. She brought up Corey's trauma and tried to get his mother in the box. They tried to contact his mother. So at this stage for me, it's tit for tat. So if you're expecting me to go for Corey after these people sit with this woman mocking Grape, you must be off your fucking heads. You hypocrites. You must be off your fucking head if you think I'm going to go at him for what these people are saying. You must be nuts. The cult deserved better than this. Survivors deserve better than this. But yous want to go at Corey Wilde when this has been done and they're all laughing about it. Call out your own friends and then I'll go for my friends. Other than that, shut your mouths. How about that one?
What's he writing?
They're going this sick. What the hell?
Sick.
Vile. Why are you laughing? This is
Bear in mind, delusive. Bear in mind, delusive Angie. Bear in mind that when Corey brought up and questioned something you'd been through, you cried on live and said, how dare he? And now you're laughing with this when she's saying it about... And what did she say about your mother? What did she say about your mother? Shocking. Absolutely shocking. Hypocrites, liars, snakes and fakes everywhere.
Why are you laughing?
Exactly. Even Evil Queen saying,
It's
why
an
are you
outrage
laughing?
live, yeah.
crying.
Oh, there's a comment. We can see them. Levi's got them up.
No credibility on the app.
Angie, please
I don't know what's happened to Delusive. I don't know what's happened to her. I don't. You know, she sat there crying the other day. Anybody mentioning Angie's name in my live now saying she's cam to in you, Luke? Can we mute them, please? I ain't in. You seem to be under some illusion that I now give a fuck about what these people think of me. You seem to be under some... You just wanted me to come with facts and be me. I'm being me. So anybody mentioning anybody else, right? Anybody mentioning anybody else in this live, mute them. Because I ain't got the time of the day to cam to them. I don't care. No one cares about these people's opinions. You're laughing about Grape and you want me to care. No. You owe the cult an apology. The cult deserve a lot better than that. And you as a cult, you deserved a lot better from the woman that you gifted. From the woman that you gifted to get her to number 1 is now sitting with the woman that mocked her abortions. You deserve better, the cult. Shame.
just admit it.
We laugh at Grape round here.
Guys,
When did this become dark humour? And then they sit there and say that the FYP shows have destroyed the app. No, they haven't. Cunts like you have destroyed the app. Doxing each other, saying things, bringing people's traumas up, saying that being a pedo is acceptable and funny. Yous have ruined the app. Yous have ruined drama TikTok. Doxing each other, saying that unaliving, going unalive yourself is fucking funny. Mocking cancer. That's what's ruined the app, not the FYP pages. Miss Red didn't ruin the app. You did. The one with the bag on the head. You're the one that ruined the app. You've mocked racism. You've mocked transphobia. You've mocked homophobia. You've mocked it all. Now you're mocking Grape. And then your best mate sitting there saying DV victims deserve it, some of them. And you're saying that we've destroyed the app. You're all saying as a collective that we have. You've all destroyed the app. You lot. Stop putting everything onto Corey, because everything that Corey's done, you've done worse. Every single one of you.
I was great. That was never a lie by my brother.
And you're sitting there laughing.
It was my brother.
Ha, get Grape.
And Angie, I'm so sorry that happened to you. I'm really, really sorry that happened to you. But you're sitting there laughing. You're sitting there laughing when she's telling your people to get Grape. It's not funny. Grape and children aren't funny. DV is not funny. It's not funny. There's no one in here there's 2.4k people here. Right? There's two. She doesn't have a brother. Oh, this is getting worse. She hasn't got a brother. Maybe you, Angie, are with the right people. Oh, hang on. Maybe you are. Maybe you are with the right person at the moment. Because this Ange, I don't know at the moment. Oh, she doesn't have a brother. Oh, she doesn't have a brother. Oh, that's just sick to say. That's just sick to lie about. Yeah. Maybe this is who you are. Maybe you're in good company, but all I'm saying is the cult deserve better. The Evil Army don't deserve better because they're all a bunch of scumbags. But you are like the cult. You deserve better, cult. You do deserve better because that's not funny. It's not dark humour.
And
This is
I hope she analysed the slope. Who's putting those comments on?
Big up, everyone. Thank you.
Oh my God, Steph.
Is that from my side or your side, Levi?
These are your comments.
So you want me to be outraged because of what Corey... I'm not reading messages anymore, guys. I'm not reading messages because you're putting me off. I'm not reading them. Thank you for helping me, but I'm doing just fine. I know people message me she hasn't got a brother. Well, I know that now. So you just want me to have a go at Corey when they won't call out their friends, yeah, for what they say. But isn't this mocking what people have been through? Isn't this mocking what Sophie went through? So Sophie wants you all to be outraged at Corey, but they're mocking great victims. Make that make sense. Somebody make this make sense to me, because I feel like an idiot here now. Yeah? So, no, we will not be going at Corey. Whether I disagree or agree with what he said, no, we won't. Because you go at your own people. The boyfriend is sat there. That's the worst thing. The ex-boyfriend sat in the box and saying nothing because he's an absolute pussy. And he won't stand up to Evil Queen. Your missus has been through something, apparently, and you're sitting there letting them mock, grape and laugh at it. Hypocrites.
What the hell?
I can't cope with this app.
Not funny, it is funny. Ha ha
Nothing's
ha.
funny. He's joining
Get
in again.
affected.
You don't have a...
You are the worst of the worst, right? When you want to trigger someone to go that low, you are the worst of the worst. And we already know the one in the corner with the bag on the head. We already know that's the worst of the worst. We know what she's joked about. But these two, I'm shocked at. I'm shocked at Angie. You were crying the other day when Zach said something about a guy going and roping himself, or told someone to go and rope himself. You cried and kicked off at him. It's all an act. It's all an act with these people. Fake outrage. Fake out. You're being a hypocrite though. Dolly, get out my live. Absolutely out. Because you're not intelligent. Go over and watch a cam too. I'm being a hypocrite by calling out facts. Calling out, you want me to call Corey Wilde out. You want me to call Corey Wilde out when these are sitting there laughing at Grape. So you want me to call Corey out for questioning someone's when these are sitting there laughing about it. It won't be happening. And if you don't like it, there's a block button. Leave.
Don't tell me what you have and don't have. How do you know?
Yeah, don't argue with Delusive.
Yeah. I muted him. Oh, yes, I did accidentally. Sorry. I did accidentally.
That's horrible EQ. There's people that have had it done. Well, I hope the same person comes back and does it twice, dear. Oh.
Let's do... Is that dark humour? Is that dark humour? Smiley face, that's dark humour. Sad face, it's not. I want to know if my audience think that is dark humour. Smiley face, yes. Sad face, no. I just want to know, is it dark humour? Can we kick the 5-7 people out, please, of my live? I don't want you in here. The ones with the smiley face, can we kick them out of my live, please, mods? I don't want them in here. 8 people. Mods, block them out of my room. Block them out of my room, mods. Thank you.
I've been standing out in the rain. I've been calling your name. Got that lonely feeling in me. Calling out.
There you go, Scouts. And Scout Slayer, you always thought we were the bad side of TikTok. Well, I'm glad my room. Can we... If they did press the wrong one, don't kick them. But if they did keep this one, kick them out my room, please. They're not welcome in here. I don't care if you're a subscriber. Kick them out. Because you've just said you want it to happen again. Does that mean you want it to happen to Sophie again, Easy? But is Coakley going to call her out for her comment just then? Do you, any of you believe in the chat that Coakley's going to call her out on her comment? Or Levi, her boyfriend, her ex-boyfriend, or whatever's going on. Do you believe they're going to call her out for her comment? And you think I'm going to call Corey out? You're absolutely mental, the lot of you. If you think I'm going to call Corey out, block me and get out my room for what's been said here. This is vile and disgusting. I expect it from this person. I expect it from this person here with the bag on the head, right? But don't make comments on lives saying, I'm really disappointed in Luke for not calling Corey out. Is anybody going to call these people out? Is Zach going to call her out? Is Levi going to call her out? Is Angie going to call her out? Is Sophie Bailey going to... Is Dead Wings going to call her out? Is Dead Wings, who mocked someone's cancer, who's told somebody they want a terminal illness to get it again, is Dead Wings going to call her out? So there's your Click 2.0. Now I'm glad everybody can see the Click 2.0. I'm glad all of you in here, 2.4k, can see the Click 2.0, because there's the other Click that have told you there's no Click on the app and they don't set things up. Congratulations for being a member of the 2.0 Click, Delusive Angie. You're fitting well there, Delusive. Well done to you. And Colt, I'll say it again, the Colt, because you're watching me. You all deserve better, the Colt.
I need the Colt. Aha.
Why would you be laughing if it happened to you? But well, it has happened to me.
You racing girl. Choo choo. Bang, bang, bang. Thank you, my love.
Levi, look at those comments. They're mad.
They're yours.
Get me, Grace.
They're all mine.
Get mad. Thank you, racing girl. Love you.
Hello, Lulu, my darling. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Kirsty.
Get mad.
Levi.
Yes.
Doesn't matter.
I'm going to say it, Delusive.
Have you, Levi?
What?
Can you imagine the outrage from Delusive Angie if Miss Red was sat there with me and Corey in the box and we did this? And you're trying to compete, you're trying to convince people that we're the wrong ones. And there's another person that I'd like to talk about if he would like to join my box now. Do you know the anti-TikToker? The anti-TikToker is just an absolute embarrassment of a man. He did a video about Cockapoo having a drink and having some alcohol. So she was told she didn't have cancer. She was told she was a liar. She was told that she should get he hopes she gets her terminal illness. But what the anti-TikToker took away from all that was Cockapoo drinking. So anti-TikToker, who is an EQ fan, by the way. The one thing you took away from Cockapoo saying she didn't believe it was Joey, the one thing you took away from being told that she deserves a terminal illness and she hopes she gets it again and gets threatened, the one thing you took away from that was Cockapoo drinking. You absolute potato-headed scumbag. Yeah? You've got no credibility. Have a look, Chippy. His video on Cockapoo. Screen record it before he takes it down. Anti-TikToker. You have got no credibility whatsoever. You're calling out Cockapoo for drinking, but will you call this out? Will you call out the terminal illness, what was wished on Cockapoo? Will you call that out? You're an absolute wrong and an enabler. If he's in the room, you would like him in the box. You can come in the box and talk to him, Cockapoo, if he wants to come in. I won't be talking to him because I'll get banned. Because I'll call him all other Kents under the sun. So, you're a hypocrite, the anti-TikToker. You're boring and you're an absolute hypocrite. The one thing you took out of all this and everything that's been said was Cockapoo's drinking. Wow. Absolutely, Janet.
Have you ever quoted anyone?
Oh my god, this is Dave 2.0 now.
Nah. I didn't know she said that. You've just asked the man you sat in the box with, have you raped anybody? This is unbelievable. And yous are the problem with TikTok. Yous are the problem with TikTok. Don't blame the FYP shows. Don't blame Misread. Don't blame me. Yous are what's wrong with TikTok. I'm actually speechless.
Oh, isn't it? No, I have
No, I'm
not.
not replaying it.
Why haven't you found the right victim yet, Levi?
Haven't you found the right victim yet, Levi?
Maybe one of the cult will do. Get Levi.
Thank you. Thank you for doing this on a live and proving what I've always said about you, Easy. Thank you. And I apologise to all the survivors. I'm not going to call you victims because you're not victims. I apologise to all the survivors watching drama TikTok that people do actually laugh at this and people do find it funny. All I can do is from my side of TikTok is just apologise to all of you. What do you think to that, Sophie Bailey? You and your chat, Zia, outraged at Corey. Outraged at Corey questioning you. And then that thing in the box saying maybe Levi should do something to one of the cult. How do you feel like that as a survivor yourself, Coakley? And I can't. I ain't got no words for this. I'm sorry. I just haven't. It's not funny. It's not dark humour. The cult deserve better. Survive.
We have a... Yes.
I don't mean to message you again, but EQ also said Alex wants to be with Tilly. EQ's got something serious that is going on in her brain where she keeps referring back to a 5-6-year-old little girl. There's something there that screams to me devices need to be checked. We keep referring back to all the time, and Alex didn't deserve that, and that was wrong on Alex. I mean, it's been done to me. I'm numb to it now. I'm just totally numb to it all now. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm numb to being called a pedlo now. I'm numb to all of it now. But there's concerns for me that someone keeps going to somebody's grandchild that you've never met, you don't know, and keeps referring to children. That's extremely concerning to me. And something needs to be looked into. Something definitely needs to be looked into. I mean, this is the same woman that told a guy on live to go upstairs and get into bed with his daughter so we could all watch. I never knew she said that until she said that video. Never even knew. Never seen that video before. Something very concerning. So when you're going on about FYP shows have ruined this side of TikTok, no, Easy, you've ruined it. You and your side of TikTok, setting up dramas, setting up messages, agreeing with DV, being racist, talking about people's grandchildren's, mocking pedlos, mocking great. You have destroyed TikTok. Not the FYP pages. Misread was doing perfectly well doing the FYP pages before you came along. Yeah, you ruined TikTok. And it shows people have woke up to you, Pauline, thank you. It shows people have, because when you used to do the FYP, I know, Corey, when you're wrong, you'll say you're wrong. I know, they don't, they won't, they double down. Because they want to save face. I will always say when I'm wrong. I'll always sit here in front of however many thousands of people and say I was wrong. Apologise to Canadian Angie for the way I spoke to her. Yeah, he has, Sue. You're right, he has. Corey has said some things and he has gone too far sometimes. But he's not as wicked as evil as these as that side of the clique. He's not as wicked as evil. Thank you, Scouse. But that is what's ruined TikTok. You motherfuckers have ruined TikTok. Yeah, you have ruined TikTok. And it shows how the audience agree, because when you first started doing your FYP, you were sitting there with 3,000 to 4,000 people in easy. Now you barely scrape 1,700, 1,800. It shows that the audience just, you've halved your audience. People just aren't. And I think Angie doing the FYP, I think that's destroyed her. I think she's destroyed doing the FYP. She was brilliant at debates. I don't care what any of you say. Angie was brilliant at debates and cracking cases. It was funny to watch. It was good to watch how Angie would investigate something with screenshots. The FYP's destroyed Angie, because I don't recognise Angie anymore. I don't recognise her. I don't recognise her. But Easy, you destroyed drama TikTok, and a lot of creators pulled away from you. A lot of creators don't want nothing to do with you. And look at your little gang of army now. Let me just go through her gang of army, yeah? Let me go through the gang of army. Zach said that DV victims, some of you deserve it. Racist. Came out the woodworks of what he is. He's shown himself last 2 weeks, and he's been rewarded for it. His numbers have doubled, and he got a good payday out of it. So that's what's happened there. So that's the first one. Sophie Bailey, racist, mocks disabilities. The thing she said about the Liverpool accident, she'd have done the same if she had to get to an emergency. There's that one. Right? Dead Wings told a woman, told a woman to that she deserves terminal cancer and threatened her. Yeah. Levi, NFA'd on stalking somebody. And then you've got Easy Q. Someone that sits there mocking everything. Anything anyone's been through, she's mocked. Anything anyone's in. But you want to convince everybody that this clique that makes mistakes is the bad people. You're a bunch of wrong-uns. All of you. Everyone I've just named, you're wrong-uns.
So it's always good to ask, guys, because I want to know who I'm battling. So,
Yeah, I wanted to know.
yeah, so I've asked him a question. He said he hasn't. So okay, we're all good to go and continue battling. It's always good to
Yeah.
ask.
All about
That's
the
what you
money.
should ask when you go on a date.
All,
When you go on a date, you should say, "Have you ever raped someone?"
Oh my God.
To a Claire's law. Can I have 9 roses, please?
You're,
I don't think I'd ever have the nerve to ask a man, though. On the internet, yeah, not on a date. I don't think I would.
the problem that you've got, Easy, is the stuff you're putting out on the internet, because your people are of the people that support you, Easy, are of quite low intelligence. The stuff you're putting out there, people are thinking it's acceptable to do. And that's why your audience in the last 6 months has halved. And that's why your friend Zach had to do and say something to get his audience back. So it just goes to prove, if you're a wrong 'un on this app, you'll get paid. You'll be in the dailies. You'll get paid. You'll get a wage out of it if you're a wrong un. I'd rather get paid nothing and have my morals than ever be like any of you.
I don't have a clue, Buggy.
They're not going to say yeah, are they, even if they are? Stop crying, delusive cults. You are obvious. Get affected.
yeah. I have no morals. I never said I had morals.
Big up Evo Racing. Guys, for the trip.
Don't worry, Angie. We're totally seeing that now. Don't you worry, love, to let somebody speak about your mother like that. Don't you worry. We're seeing it.
Balls if you can. Thank you, Evo Racing.
Time 3, everyone.
Through the time 3.
She's a sick individual. I think they're talking about you, that EQ.
Yes, I am. Thank you, Bush. Thank you so much, Susie.
Thank you, CC.
Thank Thank you, everybody, for the gifts. Can we go for the festival, guys?
Thank you, recent girl. I love you, girl. Thank
It's all they're interested in. It's all they're interested in. Can we go for the festival? Can we get the gifts in? The sad thing is that platforms are being ruined now because whatever any of you and your little clique come crying to the app now about traumas in your life or something that happens to you, no one's going to care. I'm not going to care. I'm not going to care. Are you seriously expecting me to care? Yous are going to come to the app and expect me to care if anything happens to any of these people? Nope. Nope, because you're not thinking about the audience on things that you're saying. Your audience that faithfully gift you, survivors. You're not thinking about any of them. You just want to get a bit of money. Sarah, thank you. You're not thinking about anybody. You just want to get gifted. Sarah, thank you. So, don't expect me to care about Sophie Bailey. Don't expect me to care about Easy. Don't expect me to care about Levi. And certainly don't expect me to care about Zach the Brat. Because I will not care about any single one of you. Whatever happens to you, I don't care. Whatever has happened to you, I don't care. You ain't going to sit there mocking other people, laughing at other people, smiling at other people. And even you now, Angie. Even you now, Angie. I don't care. I don't give a two shiny shite about what any of you go through or have been through. If you've lot have been through something, you should absolutely know better not to mock things, laugh at things. I don't care. And it may seem harsh, but I don't care.
It's all clear.
Canadian Angie does not agree with what EQ said, and she speaks on Dead Wings also.
You never have the all clear. You could be in remission now, but the year after.
Someone just put into the count, Angie has never lied about it. I never said Angie had lied about it. She laughed with them. She laughed when she said about her cult getting great. What just I always come back round to, and I have to, big up, thank you, Lulu, get pinned. What I always come back round to is, if I was to do this, or Miss Red was to do this, there'd be lives going on all day long. We were wrong uns, we were this, we were that. It's not about, I'm not questioning anybody. Why have you not spoken on the Corey situation? Because I don't have to, and I'm not going to. What about that? So what are you going to say about that, Sarah? What are you going to say? What are you going to say? Because I'm not talking about the Corey situation. Why? Why am I gonna chastise and go at Corey, a friend of mine? Right? Are they going to call out anything they've said to each other? When they start calling out each other for their... Did any of them call out Zach? Any of them call out Sophie? Any of them call out EQ? Why should I? Why should I? You just watch me. You know my morals. You knows what I stand for. So why should I call out? This is far worse. Angie can send whoever she wants in. I don't care about Delusive Angie anymore. I did care about Delusive Angie. I don't anymore. Yeah, you called them out, but you're not in their clique, Scouse. So she can send in who she wants. I don't care. You just push me up the popular even more. Keep commenting. Send all the trolls in. Send all the trolls in. Trolls, comment. You push me up the popular. Thank you. Comment. Tell me what you think of me. Very good, because I know when I go to sleep at night, I haven't said the things you lot have said, or your leaders have said. I haven't said that. And I'll say it now. The cult are in here trolling me, or she's sending the cult in. I'm going to tell you all now, the cult. You deserve better than yesterday being laughed at and mocked. You deserve better. You deserve better. Shame on you.
6 months later, it can all fucking change. I don't think anyone would play a cancer card for sympathy. I really don't. I think it's a traumatizing thing to hear, and I think it stays with you forever. That's what I think. 100%. That's something that I think stays with you forever. It's trauma to being told that and going through surgery and going through treatment. Nah, man. I don't agree with this shit at all.
Big up Canadian Angie as well. Canadian Angie is now friends with EQ. Right, she's sort of the closest one of the closest one to EQ, right? How come Canadian Angie was the only one that had the cojones to call out EQ on this and say it was wrong? Zach won't, Levi won't, Sophie won't, Dead Wings won't. How come she's called it out? She's not standing with him, and that shows stuff. That shows me it doesn't matter if she doesn't like me. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I don't like Canadian Angie for some of the things she's called me. But I'm gonna be honest and I'm gonna be true. Fair play to her for calling this out. Oh, Corey has done and said the worst on here, yet you don't care. Well, do you know what you can do, Jay Shit? If you think Corey's done worse than Evil Queen, you can go and take your face for a shit, because no one cares about what you got to say. Get out me chat. Thank you for your heart, me, and get out me chat. Nova, thank you.
Feel sorry for me, Card. She must have enjoyed it too much. Why would you want that type of pity in your life? Stop lying to everybody.
But Angie, even if you had the big C, does that mean you shouldn't have a drink?
She hasn't got
No,
cancer.
there was only been
She hasn't got cancer.
recently. I'm not being cocky or horrible or rude when I say this. It's been recent that diagnosis.
Yeah. And I mean, and don't you think it's quite strange as well, the way that all of...
Me and Dead Wings are horrible, but we're not dying. We're not being diagnosed with cancer. We're not having all terrible things happen to us, are we?
You got anything to say to me now, anti-TikToker? Anti-TikToker that sits there looking like the Wish version of The Undertaker. You got anything to say to me now? No? You got nothing to say? Out of all this, you take Cockapoo having a drink. You already know what I think of Dead Wings and Easy, so I ain't going to sit here shouting and screaming. I ain't going to sit here giving them a rise they want, right? I ain't going to sit here. Karma will come one day for the pair of them and I'll laugh. Karma will happen. Absolutely, karma will happen. It happens to us all. And I really believe in karma. Yeah. I do. It may not happen now. Oh, I've gone away with it for 15 years. That's why you're on the run, love. That's why you can't stay in a house. But karma will happen. You're both rotten to the core. And as I said, I thank you, Dead Wings. Jen, sending you big love. Can we have some love in the chat for Jen? Thank you for showing who you were, Dead Wings. Thank you for showing who you were. Because you didn't have me fooled, but you had a lot of people fooled. Thank you for the rose. But this is who you are. All of you have shown who you are in the last couple of weeks.
Oh. Seems to be the other side of TikTok we're all...
That's not true, because Dead Wings said he had a terrible time with his anxiety. He tried to unalive himself. So isn't that something terrible that he went through? And he's playing on it. Because he was saying to her, you mocked my anxiety. He told her that she should be in a grave.
And you know what? I couldn't have said that any better myself, Canadian Angie. How true is that? I tried to do this to myself. I tried to do that to myself. And then you go and tell a woman that has had no choice for terminal... no choice to have cancer. You go and tell her to go and get a terminal illness. You are vile. You are absolute. And I don't remember her ever mocking his anxiety. But thank you for showing us who you are, because our eyes are all wide open now.
So hold on a minute. No, he is. He's playing his anxiety card and how he tried to unalive himself. So yes, he is.
I hope your mother's proud of you.
Because bad things are happening. We're all the picture of health, the picture of wealth. Oh, yes. So, that's what I've got to say is, if you believe in karma, look at what's happening to all these people.
But suddenly Dead Wings fell out with Joey, and now he's saying he's evil avocado, but he was the best.
This. She had a cancer diagnosis. She went through surgery. She went through her treatment. And she's in remission. It doesn't mean that she's clear of cancer. Her cancer's in remission, which means, in a way, it's kind of sleeping. It's under control, and it can come back anytime. So when someone says you're clear of cancer, no one's ever said, oh, you're clear of cancer. You're in remission. It's asleep. We have it under control. The tumors have shrunk.